She didn't blink when the sky fell. The satellite tore a silver line across the clouds, burning, booming, aimed right at the Salt City. Lyra set her feet in the white dust, pressed a hand to her chest, and let her heart sing. The pulse left her like a bell hit once. The falling thing slowed, stuttered, then hung above her with a hiss of steam. Her ribs shook, her vision dimmed at the edges. She tasted iron, still she held it. Her heartbeat turned into a rope, people screamed and ran. Wardens in black masks sprang from the watchtowers, shouting rules. Do not touch sky relics, do not sing at the heavens. If the thing would have crushed the market and the children hiding under tarps. Lyra could not stop. The satellite's scorched skin cracked, panels shifted. A round mouth opened, wet with frost. A voice slid out, small as breath. I saw your mother wave. Her pulse stumbled. For a beat, the weight dropped. She dug deep and pushed it back up, throat tight, eyes burning. Say that again, she whispered. No one else could hear. Heart speech belongs to the singer. It threads bone and metal, mind to machine. I saw your mother wave. The satellite said again, like it was remembering something gentle and bright. She wanted you to know she was not afraid. Lyra's mother had died 8 years ago in a failed launch. That was what the warden said. That was what the temple bells said. The funeral ash stamped her mother's name into the salt. Lyra had kept the imprint with her heel every time she passed. The ache was part of her. Where? Lyra asked. Where did you see her? Not now, the satellite replied. Move me before they cut you. The wardens were already close, boots crushing the salt into cloud, jammers humming. One of them, Captain Sorn, leveled a disruptor at Lyra's chest. Hands up, step away from the object. Disengage your heart. She let the satellite drift down into her arms. It was heavier than it looked. Its skin throbbed with a faint rhythm that matched her own. The crowd took one step back, then another. Sorn's finger tightened. Please, Lyra said, voice shaking. It spoke. Machines don't speak, the city taught. Heart songs move ships and gates and lifts, but machines are dumb. That was the first rule drilled into every child. That was the first lie the satellite broke. Sorn's eyes flicked to the smoking clouds. Relics lie, he snapped. Put it down, the satellite hummed. If you drop me, Captain, you will lose what you've kept from her. He hesitated. A crack in the mask. His jaw moved like he had bitten glass. Lyra ran. Her legs fired. Salt kicked up behind her. Stalls and ropes blurred. She dodged a stack of water jars and heard one shatter. Shouts flew. Bolts sizzled past, hot wind on her neck. She hugged the satellite to her chest. Its edges cut her forearm. Blood painted the metal black dot down the canal. Under the bone bridge, through the field of broken turbines, she slid into the shadow of the old launch rail, breath ragged, heart loud. Talk, she hissed. Where did you see my mother? In the dark above dawn, it said. She waved through glass. She was thinner. She laughed at something small. She had a scar on her left brow. Lyra touched the same spot on her face, a twin. She remembered a tiny laugh. She remembered fingers on her hair. The warden said memory was dangerous. It breaks the pulse. She held anyway. Why tell me now? Because you caught me. Because you sang true. Because the hour came. What hour? Prophecy, the satellite said, like it loved the taste of the word and hated it too. Song of vengeance. Heart that stops a fall. Daughter who opens the ground. Her lips went dry. I don't care for prophecy. Show me proof. Twist, it whispered. Your mother didn't die. She froze. For a moment she heard only wind. For a moment the city fell away. She left, the satellite said. Not up, down. Lyra stared at the salt. Under us? The ground answered with a hum. It was faint, like a drum in another room. It matched her heartbeat, then slid ahead of it, teasing. The old launch rail shivered. Footsteps scraped above. Wardens. Sorn's voice in the speaker. Lyra, don't make me drop the net. She turned the satellite in her hands. Panels opened like petals. A small light glowed inside. A map bled across the inner skin lines, circles, a deep well under the city. The well was marked with a sigil, 3 slashes over a tear. Lyra knew that mark. It lived on the inside of her left wrist, burned there in the ash right the day her mother died. She had thought it meant grief. The mark is a door, the satellite said. Your heart is the key. Why hide her? Lyra asked, tears hot now. Why tell me she was gone? Ask him, the satellite said, and its light pointed up. Captain Sorn stood on the rail above, mask off. His face was older than she remembered, tired around the eyes. He didn't aim the disruptor now. He aimed the jammer pack. There are things below that must sleep, he said. Your mother agreed. She asked us to keep you safe. You lied, Lyra said, steady. The wind licked her hair across her cheek. Her hands didn't shake. Her heart did. We gave you a chance to live without that pull, Soren said softly. But the sky always finds its own. He lifted the jammer. Last call, step away. Lyra looked at the map, looked at the mark. The hum under the salt thickened like breath behind a door. Fear rose, hope rose with it. Tears made the world shine. What if I open it? She said. Soren's mouth was a thin line. Then we all drown in the old song. She placed her palm over the sigil on her wrist and pressed the hand to the satellite's light. Her heart heard a note. It was low, it was old. It was her mother's laugh bent into music. The salt shook. Lyra, Soren warned. The jammer squealed and threw a net of static. It hit her like cold rain. Her pulse staggered. The satellite screamed back, a bright, clean tone. The net tore. The ground cracked out from the break rose air like night water, cold, deep. The map folded and sank light into the crack. Voices murmured there. Not words. A promise. A warning. Don't come down alone, the satellite said. She said to tell you that. Don't come down alone. Is she? A hand slid out of the dark. Not flesh, a glove with a symbol burned into the palm. 3 slashes over a tear. Lyra reached. A shot rang. Salt dust bloomed white. She turned her head. Soren's eyes were wet, gun smoking. Don't make me choose, he whispered. Her fingers hovered inches from the glove. The dark breathed. The city held its breath. Lyra's heart chose for her and began to sing. Want the next beat of this? Follow now so you don't miss part 2.